Deer hunting with a motorcycle. That's where I've been for the last 9 months. So back in the spring, I found myself in a dealership and I was kind of looking at some of the used bikes. And I came across a 2007 K1200 GT for sale. It had 1,500 miles, it has cruise control, little electronic windscreen. I ended up trading my R1200 GSA for that K1200 GT. And it was the worst decision I think I've ever made. I got it back to my house, went on one ride with it, and realized what a horrible mistake I had made. And so I made arrangements with the dealership to buy back my other bike. And so I took that bike off island, back up to the dealership outside of Boston, made the trade, and was back on my GSA. 10:15, 10:30, I get off the ferry on Nantucket, and I go to make the 8-mile drive back to my house. And I'm on the road, not another car, pitch black out. I'm still over the moon, so I might be going a little bit quicker than I should be. And a deer runs out in front of me, and we collided. I continued down the road for a little bit. I was able to stay on two wheels and was able to kind of like coast to the side and kind of figure out what had happened. I knew I had hit the deer, obviously, but I was having a hard time comprehending what actually had happened. And so I get off the bike and I'm looking at my leg, making sure that I'm okay. Because I remember I felt the prickles of the deer's fur on my leg. It was just a surreal feeling. Get off the bike. I walk back and see the dead deer and start looking in the road and seeing all of these parts to the bike. And I was so unbelievably lucky because what had happened was I had struck the deer just on the right side of the bike. So the crash bar and the rear pannier were able to absorb most of the energy. But if that deer was going slightly faster, if I was going slightly slower, I would have gone over the bars and I don't think it would have ended well for me. So I go out the next morning, I assess the situation and see how much damage there actually is, and I make arrangements with the insurance company to take it up to Max BMW New Hampshire to have the necessary repairs made. A few weeks go by and Max BMW ends up totaling the motorcycle. And I haven't been on a motorcycle since. Yeah, it's weird. I think if I was on any other bike besides my GSA, whether it was my Honda, my KLR, if I was on that K bike, I definitely would not be here today. I certainly wouldn't be here today unscathed. I think striking an animal at 65 miles an hour and being able to stay on two wheels and walk away is unbelievably lucky. And I don't think it's my skill. I think it has everything to do with the fact that that bike was so large and robust and had the crash bars. I think very little had to do with rider's skill. So I was on eBay the other day, and what pops up is the bike that I totaled. And I guess what they did was buy it at an insurance auction and then replace just enough of parts to make it look like it wasn't involved in a crash. But that made me a little bit nervous that some poor guy is going to get stuck with a bike that has a tainted history like that.